Hey, let's get into it. Wow. Fascinating. Five of Cups. Are we good? I'm definitely yeah, by the way. So if the answer is no, you're not good, I get it. I hear you. I feel you. Let's just continue being gentle with ourselves, understanding that shifting into new seasons is no joke. Equinoxes, building up to energies, new moons, full moons, solar flares, all of that. No joke. And all of that is happening right now. All of what I just mentioned is happening right now. We have the Knight of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. Shuffle one more. Thank you. What? Again? OMG, guys. So this appeared in the last reading I did. I'm feeling that this is appearing so often to remind us that what we want is possible. Anything you want is possible. Absolutely anything. Even if it's like a little bit out of the box or a little bit different from what you're used to or a little bit strange. Maybe there's a main person in your life who would, one main person or multiple main people who would know about what your desires are shifting into, because it's giving that something is changing, right? Something's changing about your mind, something's changing about your actual living experience. And the change that is happening might be a little bit uncomfortable to accept because of how different it is, but it's for you, and it clearly makes you feel some type of way, right? This is going to get crazy and specific, so if it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, don't. But as an example, if maybe you've been rethinking your relationship structures, if what you've been fed or what you've understood as normal is going up against what you are feeling is normal for you, then trust what is for you. Trust the vibe, trust the inclination. It feels like there's a pull. The image of this to me is like your so it's more your mind. I was going to say it's your intuition, your gut, but it seems like it's more your mind is being pulled towards this future that you want. The future that you want, imagine it is an entity of its own, and it's growing arms and legs and hands, and it's reaching out to you. And that may or may not be the reason why you might be having really quick thoughts at this time, quick change of heart, quick change of mind. You might be having really different thoughts, maybe, like I said, thoughts that you're not very used to. That is now causing a sense of confusion in your like material and in the way that you move in your day-to-day life. I'm also getting a sense of overwhelm. I'm getting someone trying to find clarity in something that seems to be becoming more and more. It seems to be growing in confusion. Like every time you find your feet in some new reality, something about this new reality shifts almost instantly, where it starts to, where it then shifts everything else, you know? But that is all to say that you need to trust that you need to trust that the path is being laid out for you. And like I said, what you want is like a growing, living thing that is reaching out for you and guiding you to it. So trust the process, basically. And that is possibly the last thing you want to hear right now, considering this. This is somebody who's definitely trying to trust the process and may feel like they are failing at doing so, but you are not. Don't think that there's anything in your life right now that you're doing terribly or that you're not doing well enough with, or just in general. Don't feel weighed down by your mind. Don't feel weighed down by your mind right now. A visual that I also really love to point out every time I see this card is the face of the horse and his, are we sure about this vibe that he's giving to his rider, who is very much focused on the let's go, let's do this, Yeah, I can't. I don't know what you would want to imagine the horse to be. Maybe it's giving a mind and soul separation happening here. That could cause like some kind of disconnect. Either way, though, trust in your process and try to do something with the head. Try to temper the head, because it seems like the thoughts are just, they might go so out of control that they'll lead you to think like I said, you're on the wrong path, or that you're not doing something right, or that you're being unproductive, or you're not doing enough, whatever the fuck. That is not true. It's not true at all. Don't listen to your wild thoughts. Try to really, really calm them down. The Mercury retrograde situation we're in is also obviously going to affect that. So try to be very, I feel called to warn you to be very careful with your words. Be careful of the things that you say. I recently reposted on my story, my Instagram story, a post from Evan, I've forgotten his name, Evan Nathaniel Grimm. And he mentioned all the effects of a Mars-Mercury conjunction we're experiencing this weekend. I'm recording this 14 March 2026, but also timeless intention. But he did say that during this time, be aware of quick words, conflict. You can go check him out, actually. You should just go check him out. He's pretty popular on TikTok. So, yeah. Of course. Yeah. So the mind is a little bit of the enemy right now. Do everything you can to temper that, babe. I've had to go through. I've had to incorporate a routine, a daily routine that takes about 1.5 hours to complete, but it's totally worth it to overcome this devil. This guy is fucking with us right now, and I'm offended. But I also understand the medicine and all of it, and I understand that at the end of the road, this is what we're walking to. This is what we are in for. No matter what choices we make, by the way, what's yours is yours. So even if you don't take what I'm saying and you continue to just do your thing and live your life, what's yours is yours either way. So, yeah. If anything, I guess prepare to live a really beautiful life. We have skewed attitudes and perceptions, expediency, lack of integrity, justification and denial, major shadow issues, perversion, greed, envy, deceit, that need to be owned, not denied. Old entrenched patterns, especially those involving anger, fear, or sexuality. Enslavement to material things. That last sentence jumps out to me, as I think that if by chance you are feeling a sense of overwhelm in your life right now, try to detach a little bit from the material things that are happening. I don't remember where I mentioned this before, but anything happening on the material level in your like tangible day-to-day life, do not take it at face value. Look beneath, because what's happening beneath is the point here. Beneath the deck, we have the One of Cups. This is the goal, right? This is the goal. I'm also getting the possibility of preparing for new love. Love in whatever shape or form. Please don't hold the pinnacle of romantic love, although it's everything, we love it. There are all sorts of love. God gave us options, so open your heart to those options. Know that it is everywhere. Something that I also love to note again on this card, the Knight, is that little heart that's on his tassel, I think it's called, which I think is to highlight just the fact that love is always present, that there's always a place of comfort for you to rest in. If ever you feel way too overwhelmed, move slow, take a break, slow the fuck down, and then let time kind of warp around you to give you options. I'm also receiving somebody who's trying to claw for an option, like you're panicking for an option or an answer, you know? You're going straight ahead with it, and you don't really have to do that. Like, chill out. Relax, take a nap, lay down. You know what I'm saying? Look after yourself. This is crazy. The vibes are crazy. The energy is crazy. And looking at this beast down the barrel of a gun is scary stuff, you know? Forgive yourself, forgive others, move as slow as possible. And really, really try to look forward to the future because there's a lot to look forward to, truly. Thank you for watching. I really hope this reading was helpful. I'll see you in the next one.